Hello, hello. Just come on in, come on in. Let's see how many people we have awake. Who's awake? It's 9:42. People in the east are asleep. Hello, Abimbola Janet. How you doing? Is it morning? Is it morning where you are? Hey, Tim Dumar. Good evening, good evening. Abimbola Janet. Are you not in North America? It's not morning here. It's this is night. It's actually quarter to 10 where I'm at. God bless you. Join in, join in, join in. Let's have a conversation. Hey, Tim Dumar, how you doing? Who's on here again? Please let me know. Like the video, guys. This is late night. This is not my usual time of doing a live, but yeah, I'm live. Good evening, my friend. Tim Dumar, please announce where you are joining from. I can't remember where everybody's from, but I recognize some of the names. Hey, Namdi Okeke, how you doing? God bless you. How's everybody doing? Yes, Namdi, I remember you from Nigeria. How's life with you? I hope you are doing okay. Yes, 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 yes. So Iran finally got the goods delivered. Eh? This is not good news, but it can be good news. It depends on how you look at it, right? April Nichols. Shalom, shalom, shalom. There's 22 of you in here. Please like the video. This is uh, almost 10 p.m. here for me, but I came on because, excuse me, I'd been wanting to have a live all day, but I was busy. I had a coaching session today. Hey, Big Daddy Roro, how you doing? Good to see you too. How's Baltimore treating you, April Nichols? Shalom, shalom. Robert Thomas, God bless you. So we hear the news that Iran has been bombed by stealth bombers. Fordow, there's certain locations that were bombed. They're not the city where people are. This was not about killing people. It was actually about taking out Iran's capabilities to enrich uranium. So we know right now, if you look at the market, it's gone crazy, crazy down. As the news was coming out, the market was just dipping in basically following that path. So what do you think is going to happen? Please like the video. Can you like the video, guys? Thank you so much. What are your expectations? Let me hear your thoughts. Or are you just waiting for me to just spit out what I think is gonna happen? You know, we're in summer, so I don't know if you can hear my neighbor's tractor going. Yes, 32 of you here, only 9 likes. Like the video, let me know where you're joining from. Iran has now been attacked officially by the US. Trump has made a statement on it. So there were 3 sites that were bombed. Big Daddy Roro, how's life with you? I don't like it myself. We don't need to be in a war, but there must be some reason for it. So we'll see. We'll wait and see what they say. Yes, Red Star. I don't like it myself. I agree, Tim Dumar. XRP is holding up pretty good. Do you, it went? My wife was telling me it went down to like $1.96. Yeah, we have to do what we can do. One of the smartest ways to do is that if you sold XRP, like you sold a bit. I am not the one to tell you to sell, but if you sold, excuse me, you could go back in at $1.90. If you sold at 250, that would be a very good one, depending on how many units, right? So, Big Daddy Roro, that's a smart one. Tim Duma, I agree with you. They're at November lows, so yeah. Great opportunity. I didn't come on earlier, so Daniel Smith, what did you get your XRP at? Tell me, what price were you able to get it at? The market is just like, it's just blood in the streets right now. Woo-hoo-hoo. Blood in the streets. What do I think will be the catalyst? It'll turn around. They'll turn the printing presses on. They'll print a lot of money. But the two important catalysts for me is July 14th and November 25th. The Fed Reserve single day implementation and the SWIFT move from MT to MX on November 25th. Those are the two dates that I have. Like outside of that, 0202 is not a bad deal. That's a good one. And you're already up. You're already up like what's that? How many percent are you up? 10% will be like what? Okay, it's at 2. What's it now? At 2. I don't have my second phone here. It's now at 2. My daughter is actually, they're working on buying right now as we're talking. They're setting limit orders. I think it might still drop to $1.60. That would be like a very low precipice that I think it'll drop to. That's just my thinking. I don't want it to, but it's not about what I want. As the news comes out about the war, Bitcoin is going to take a big dump. This is what always happens, right? But remember, what has happened here is the U.S. military went in, took out 3 locations completely. These are not cities. These are sites where, excuse me, these are sites where the Iranians supposedly are enriching uranium. Looking at President Trump, I don't think that it is somebody who really doesn't want to go to war with anybody, right? In his first term, he didn't start any new war. And, starting wars, the way presidents start wars is they commit everything. They bomb and they put the men on the ground. But in this case, that's not what is happening. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But as they begin to, you see, the funny thing about it, this is the first strike in years where nobody knew what was going to happen. The media didn't know. The only people who knew were the very people at the top. Even the Pentagon was able to keep it a secret. This tells me one thing, that Trump is firmly in control of the government. They have been able to deal with leakers. They've been able to push the leakers to the side. They've excommunicated leakers because in this first term, this is the same thing that happened when he appeared. The media was like, oh, look at, the president isn't going to visit the troops That same, as they were saying it, he appeared in Iraq, right in the presence of the troops. You see what I'm saying? So how did, and then how he entered and how he left, nobody knew. And so they're able to repeat this again. And remember, he said, when the media was saying, well, what's her name? The Director of National Intelligence. Hello, David Treasures. God bless you. Welcome here. When the Director of National Intelligence, what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard, who used to be a Democrat, when she said that, well, the intel she is aware of is that Iran does not have any of those things in those sites. Well, thank you so much. Then they asked Trump. He said, well, she's wrong. She's not correct. She's not right. Which means, hey, Tabo on the edge. Which means there's something that Donald Trump knows and the top people in the Situation Room are aware of. And they know that there's too much compromise leaders in America, in Congress, in the media, among the politicians, rhinos. Can you imagine that none of them knew? They kept it away from them. Even Lindsey Graham, I don't think he knew when the attack was going to take place because he would have leaked it to his buddies in the press. And these are not really attacks on Iran, as it were, attacking people, bombing mosques and everything. This has to do with specific military installations that were attacked. Am I happy that there's going to be a backlash? I'm not. Because Iran will start, these extremists, they start plotting, they start trying to take over planes. But the way I see it, what really, really I'm amazed at is how they went in there quietly and took out 3 installations. That I was watching it on X. None of the media houses were sure what had happened. They were saying, no, nothing has happened. Iran has not been nothing. The Ayatollah Khamenei will be crying in his bunker this night or this afternoon, whatever time it is in Iran. He will be crying because everything they have labored for the last 3 decades have been completely wiped out. And they use bunker bombs. These are bombs that go deep down there. And the truth of the matter is that if Israel and America wants to eliminate Khamenei, he's a dead man walking alive. He's a dead man. They know his location. They know where he is. And it will be carried out. This is not going to be the type they did in Libya or the one they did in Iraq, where it was no. Now, because really, when you look at the Iraq war, it was all up. They were trying to get the oil, they were trying to get the resources, and they were trying to, and they just wanted to make money. Trump wants to get in and come out quickly. So I think we're going to see the evidence. This is not the type that they were saying, oh, there is a bomb somewhere, there's this and that. Remember, Iran has been chanting death to America, death to America, death to America, death to Israel, death to Israel, death to Israel. Like, do I support everything Israel does? No, I think it will be stupid for anybody to support what anybody does, what somebody does all the time. Even Donald Trump can make mistakes. He's a human being too. But here's something we have to understand. The reality of what's going on is that, I'm surprised, like, when you look at Tucker Carlson, I don't trust any of these people. Like, my trust is in the Lord. These people, most of them are Catholics. Most of them they've not read the Bible in days, right? In years. They are not really walking with Jesus. But, they are Christian based on their nominal association with the faith. Not that they've dug deep. So it's very easy to be deceived. A lot of people say the Israel that is there now is not the Israel of the Bible. I can say yes to that. And some people say the Israel that is there now is Christian. The Christian is the new Israel. That's false, because Romans chapter 10 clearly tells us that in Israel. You see, what I want people to understand is that if you look at Israel today, I want you to go and Google the Israel Parliament. Google the Israel Knesset. It's called Knesset. Knesset. If you just really want to know, Israel has they have like 1, 2, 3, about 6 or 7 political parties that are in the Romans 10 or Romans 11. Okay, I'm not sure. I think it's Romans 10, right? Where the Lord, whatever. I'll confirm it later. But you guys can check Romans 10 or 11. But Daniel is saying it's 11. Thank you. If I'm wrong, thanks for the correction. But you see what I'm saying? So if you look at Israel as a nation, right? They have actually, and I want to point out one big mistake that people are making about Israel and the Bible and all of that. And I think it's very dangerous. When you look at Candace Owens, who has a very large following, when they say that Israel, the Jewish people are the cause of all the problems in the world, the Bible doesn't say so. The Bible tells us that the problem of the world is the sin of man's heart. Whether they are Jews or Iranians or whatever, it is the condition of the heart. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord has laid the iniquity of us upon of us all upon him. Right? The Bible says the heart of man is desperately wicked. That's fine. You can disagree, Moses Oyedeji. What do you disagree about? Tell me your disagreement. So so when you say that the problem in the world is caused by Jews, you have missed the point, because the problem of the world is caused by sin, human depravity, right? So among Jews, there's human depravity. Among Muslims, there's human depravity. Among people of the Christian faith, there's human depravity. You see it. Look at the man who murdered a politician in Minnesota. This guy was a Christian pastor, right? Pentecostal pastor. I agree. But that decision and power comes from the sin of the heart also, Moses Oyedeji. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what you're disagreeing about, but you can disagree if you want to disagree, just to be on a disagreeing point. The point I'm making is, whether it's Trump, whether it's Netanyahu, whether it's whatever, the sin, it is the original sin of humanity, leads people to make decisions that are, in my own opinion, sinful. And again, you can't, I don't know how you can say that's not an, you see what I mean? So that's it. People have they have their power, they make decisions. David was in power. He made a decision that was sinful. Who has most of the power? Well, you go and tell God that. Somebody always has most of the power. Somebody always has most of the power. Somebody always will have most of the power and do what has to be done. So who has most of the power? You tell me. Who has most of the power? Somebody always has most of the power. And if they don't have restraint and they misuse it, God will judge them in their own due time. And those who, and even in my country, Nigeria, I see how people mistreat other people. I was in Nigeria a few weeks ago, and I see the mistreatment. I see people who make a lot of money, they don't pay their staff well. Which people do I mention? Even I myself, in my own little corner, I lead a congregation, I lead a charity. I have a lot of power because I can make decisions. I have employees. There are people that I have helped to bring to where they are today in their life, and I could have destroyed their life by being stupid. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So this is what, as a Christian, that is what I look at. I look at the immediate, what am I doing in my own immediate whatever? What's that person doing in that? There are things we cannot do. Me, I don't hate anybody. When Biden was in power, I told people, I don't hate Biden. I don't like his policies. When Trump is in power, I don't care about him as an individual. I care that he does the right thing. But once hatred fills your heart for any group of people, you cannot really serve God. You cannot really represent God the way you ought to. So hatred is one of the biggest issues. Good morning from Ghana. Hey, good morning, Ikavi Godfred. Yeah. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? Yes, sin is a problem in the world. That is what I'm saying. Gog and Magog, Ezekiel 38, yeah, you will see it happen. You will see it happen. Yeah, corruption will always remain as humans. I agree. I don't think humans can live without taking advantage of situations they are put into. I agree. Do you see what happened in Nigeria some time ago? I tell people all the time. The seeds, whatever, they kill people mercilessly. And to date, the people who kill the people, they are running about the place, making more money, stealing the oil and doing all kinds of things and impoverishing the entire country. I'm just talking of the country that I was born in and raised in. And when I see that, it hurts me so much, right? So there's injustice everywhere you look. But sometimes we focus our attention on the one thing. What I just want people who are believers to do is that be careful that you don't come to a point where you start twisting scripture and say, oh, you know, the problem of the world is these people. These people here, they are the problem of the world. It's not true. The problem of the world is a sin in the human heart. Whether you are there, I've seen poor people that are proud. I've seen poor people that are irreconcilable. One time I was trying to, a very poor man, wretched, and he had this veterinary doctor. He had a problem. They used to be neighbors, and they had a disagreement. And for a long time, they refused. Yes, so how are you going to stand up to it, Moses Oyedeji? What are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to go to Trump and tell him, I don't want you to bomb Iran. He's done it. Or you're going to go to Netanyahu and say, I don't want you to bomb Iran. He's done it. Or you're going to go to Iran and tell Iran, I don't want you to say death to Israel and death to America. So what are you going to do about it? Here's what I'm doing about it. I'm here telling people that you must avoid the hatred of any particular group of people. I'm talking of group of people now. Because when you get to that point, you have also soiled and poisoned your own soul. And it's very difficult to now actually represent Christ the way you ought to. That's all I'm saying here. What are we? We can pray, and then we can. Are we going to go into the street and start demonstrating? Who do you want to demonstrate against? Right? So, excuse me. So here's the problem. We go back to the October 7 massacre where Hamas crossed into Israel and killed a lot of Jewish people, took some of them hostage, and then Israel began to bomb and bomb and bomb and all that to this day. It started from the October 7. Now, you can go back to history about 1948, the creation of Israel, the Rothschild, all those things people talk about. The reality of the matter is that there is a people. There's a people, whether they are 10 million, 7 million. But if you go into Israel and I've looked at some things that really bother me. How can you have a country that in that country there are Arabs? Hello, Joe Kuros. There are Arabs in Israel. There are Muslims in Israel. Yesterday, Iran bombed two mosques in Israel. I didn't even know that there were mosques in Israel. You see what I'm trying? No, I knew, but you know, on the other side of the, because you have the Al-Aqsa mosque, so I didn't think of all of the other mosques that will be there. There are Muslims. I saw people in the bunker. They included people wearing hijab in Israel. So they have all these minorities, and you look at their Knesset. It has about 7 political parties. America, in my own opinion, how many political parties do we have? You have 2. And those 2 are actually fused into one by the Uniparty. That's why nothing ever changes. You see what I'm saying? So you have a small country there that has a gross domestic product of over $450 billion, right? And somehow they've managed in 70 years with the aid they receive. People say, well, they are giving aid by America. Well, they are. All the other countries around them, Jordan received aid, right? Egypt received aid. Syria received aid. Name them. They all received aid. Do you see what I'm saying? So, no, we don't just let wicked be. You rise up and go and do what you have to do. I'm telling you what I can do here, Moses. I'm going to remove you from my chat because you are just being obstinate. Bye. How do you mean we're just letting evil pass by? I don't understand that. I don't like that kind of comment. What do you mean we're letting evil pass by? What do you do? You do what you can within your specific, your family, your children. Exactly. You have two systems. You have, 2 parties, and those 2 parties are not helping anybody. Yes, we do take it for granted. Joe Kuros, God bless you. Yeah, I just came on tonight to just share a few things, a few thoughts about this Iranian thing. It's very sad. But if the bombs had gone into Iran and killed a lot of women and children and hospitals, that would have been a very painful thing. But what has happened is that Iran has been set back. Is this like the Crusades? I don't think so. Like, what do you mean? Like the Crusades was the limitation of Islam crossing into Europe, where the the Catholics and all of that, the Orthodox Christians, that's what. Well, it will only escalate because Iran will try to send terrorists into America to bomb, to kill people. Curtis Taylor, what do you mean? Yeah, so that's the reality. We have a situation where um, people are, are being. When you look at Candace Owens, you look at Tucker, there's a huge flip. They don't support Donald Trump anymore. But the question is that who do they support? They say don't go to war. Fine, he didn't go to war. He what they did was to bomb, and Israel said they could do it on their own if they wanted. Well, Iran for years, remember, Iran has been saying death to Israel, death to America. Well, in their parliament, now when Obama was leaving, he sent money to them, a lot of money, right? Cash. This is not a hidden thing; it's fact. And then when Trump lost his second term in 2020, Joe Biden took over. The first thing they did was to go and destroy that JCOPA, whatever they call it, the agreement, right? And so that, what Trump had removed, they reinstated it. Sorry, that's what. So, and then he gave them money. In fact, the money that Biden gave them not long after was when they attacked Hamas, attacked Israel. And it's now been established fact that the people funding Hamas is Iran. And remember, from the time of Ahmadinejad, Iran said they have been saying, Ahmadinejad said that their sole purpose of existing is to wipe Israel off the map. So now, if Israel is Satan, can they wipe Satan off the map? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say your purpose for existing is to wipe people off the map. I don't know how to, one day I was sitting in my house here some years ago, and some kids were selling, they came, in the suburbs, well, not the suburbs, we're outside the city, we're in another city. So they came by and they were selling paintings. I still have those paintings today, there's 3 of them. And they happen to be Jewish youth. And so they go across the country and sell paintings in the summer. This is how they make money. They come to Canada. I don't know if they go to the US and they do this and they make money and they go back to Israel. And this girl came and she talked to us, just like your normal young person. And my heart went out to her, right? Then I have an Iranian member of staff that he was with me for 1 year before he went to Montreal. Actually, I was speaking to him last week about doing some things to support some Iranians who are looking to come into the country. Do you see what I'm saying? So, I look at all of that and I say to myself, these are just human beings. So the people at the top, they have their agenda. They know what they want to do. They are destructive and all of that. But what we got to do. Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you, Red Star. Yeah. So for me, I am a believer. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. There are people who say that the black people are the real Jews. The blacks in America are the real Jews. I don't know where, like all of these things just, it just, it just like, the Hebrew Israelites and all those things, you see and people get so defensive. What exactly is my message? Osa Oyaro, how long have you been watching? Tell me how long you've been watching and I'll tell you what my message is. If you just joined and you're asking what my message is, yeah. So what my message basically is, if you've joined me, I came on here just to say, I don't have an agenda, but my desire is to see that people are not confused and lied to about the hatred for a group of people and label them as the problem of the whole world. That's all I'm saying. If that makes sense to you, good. If it doesn't, I don't know what to say. Red Style, look for that. So that's my point, Osa Oyairo, is that there is, when Candance and all these people who have millions of followers begin to say, oh, we have a Jew problem. She's not saying exactly that, but those are the tropes. What you are saying is the problem of the whole world is caused by a small group of people. As a biblical Bible believing Christian, that is wrong, because the problem of the world is not just from one group of people, it is actually from the corruption of the heart. Whether they are Muslims or Jewish people or Christians causing problem anywhere, it stems from the wickedness of the heart. And the wickedness of the heart is, I remember when somebody said, oh, these Nigerian people, they are the most corrupt, they are the thieves of the world. I said, no, there are scammers in India. There are probably more scammers per capita in India than in Nigeria. And some of the most honest people you find in the world are in Nigeria. Good people. You ever travel to Nigeria and you meet some of us? There are people who have been to Nigeria. They want to go back. They say, "Oh, we're going back." One of my relatives, on my wife's side, is married to a girl who's a Caucasian, and she went to Nigeria for the first time. On the last day, she said, "We're coming back here next year." She's going to now work hard, save money. She wants to go back to Nigeria. Why do you think people want to go to Nigeria? You get on the plane, you see a lot of foreigners flying into Nigeria. Nigeria will suddenly arise. So, but what do people know about Nigeria? Oh, the Nigerian prince, the one who's stealing money. But do you know that I, as a minister, I get emails. I get emails from India. I get emails from different parts of the world of people who are saying, oh, I have $3 million. I had one in German just the other day. Oh, I have $3.5 million. Somebody died. And you know, this money, I'm trying to get it. I get people trying to get Bitcoin off me. I don't even have Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? So this is all over. But you get, well, Nigerians have been painted as the worst criminals on the earth and all kinds of things. And it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Exactly. If Satan fights Satan, you know. So that's my message. If you're not watching from the beginning, for the gentleman who asked, that's my message. Is there's a lot going on right now, and the Jew hatred is going to explode, where people will see, oh, any Jew, they start slapping Jewish women on the streets, kicking them, knifing them, doing everything to kill them, because the problem is, I mean, look at what happened recently when people were going out and they were burning Teslas. They were smashing Tesla windows. Somebody bought their Tesla, they are driving it on the street, and people say, well, because of what Elon Musk is. Well, Elon Musk is no longer the owner of that Tesla. The person driving it, you see the level of manipulation and craziness. This is Satan at work. That's all it is. The enemy controls people. Like, and you didn't hurt Elon, and the other person has to now go to insurance and get insurance money to fix their car, and then they get maybe a brand new car, or they get the car fixed and they're back on the road. But it's traumatizing for particularly the women. I saw women and children in their vehicle, and men were going, and they were a guy actually put his hand in his bottom and pulled out excrement and rubbed it on. What can make a person behave like that? What can make a person behave like that? It's demonic. If you can't see that it's demonic, I don't know how to help you. And this is all happening in America. And you see, was it Oregon House? The state of Oregon, the House of Assembly, they had drag queens in there, men dressed like women, dancing for them, and they're all sitting down watching and enjoying. These are exactly, Joe, these are strange times. Strange times. And everybody says, yes, the Lord is returning soon. And I agree. Somebody said on my channel the other day, we have only 7 years, and then it's over. After 7 years, it's over. So what are we doing? Why are we investing in XRP? Why are we investing in crypto? Why are we doing all this? And I'm like, my friend, the Bible never told us to sit down and wait and fold our hands because it's coming. Here's what we're supposed to do. In my opinion, based on scripture, the Bible says the night is coming. It said, walk while it is day, because the night is coming when no man can work. So as long as we have life and we're breathing, we wake up every day. You serve God as if it's your last day, and you serve God as if you have 100 days. You keep planting. You keep, remember when he said, when both shall be at the mill, 2 women shall be at the mill, 1 shall be taken. 2 will be lying on the bed, 1 shall be taken, which means you continue living your life every day. This attitude of, is spiritual laziness. Okay, Jesus is coming. It will have 7 years from the time. How do you know that? How do you count that? Jesus said no one will know the time. It's like a stealth bomber. You won't know the time. Like a stealth move. As a thief comes in the night. So our job is to be committed, doing everything we can every day for the gospel. And your investment, why are you worried about not investing? Whether you invest or you don't invest, it's of no. If you leave, it's of no use. So somebody says, "Well, don't invest." No, you keep doing what you have to do because each day you'll be judged by your actions, right? If God gave you a task to do, do it. What of going to work? Why are you going to work to earn an income when you know you have 7 years left? You know what I mean? So yes, aliens will be blamed when the rapture takes. If again, there's been the teachings on rapture, and a lot of those things are now open. Some of them are debatable because it's like, are we going to go through the tribulation, or we're not going to go through the tribulation? Are there a specific group of people who will be taken out of the world? The reality of it, I just say to people every day, just be ready. Hello from India, how you doing? God bless you. Thank you for joining. Just be ready. Be ready. Serve Jesus every day and be ready. Peter says we should be ready for any eventuality. So I don't get myself uptight over doctrines anymore. What I just do is I teach what is in scripture. People can receive it or reject it, but at this point it's a personal walk. The salvation is a personal walk with God, and we have to do our best to walk within the light and glorify God at the end of it all. So that's all I came on here to say, is that, if you're here and you are watching left and right, please look unto Jesus. The Bible says, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. Once you point to the Jews or you point to the Muslims as the cause of all the problems in the world, the issue is that, hello, Tommy, how you doing? The issue is the Islamic faith, the radical Islam, believes they really, really are expecting a Mahdi. And they believe that when there's a lot of confusion in the world, the Mahdi will show up and then he will bring peace. So many of them are interested in causing conflict everywhere. And when they come into a place, it's always dominance, to dominate, to dominate, to dominate, to dominate. So, and then you have on the other side Judaism, that is a very small, like how many Jews do you have in the world? And yet you say they are the problem of the world. How many Muslims do you have in the world? They're over 1 billion. Do you see what I'm saying? So, and then you have the group, the radical group. You have a whole nation, a Shia nation, which the IRGC saying, we're going to destroy America. Well, death to Satan, the big Satan and the small Satan. We're going to destroy Israel. So this is an issue. I'm a pastor. I'm not a priest. I'm a minister. I just say I'm a minister because pastor, really, at the end of the day, I'm a minister. So when I come on here, my channel, I talk a lot about cryptocurrency, but I'm always intertwining it with scripture and talking about the Bible. I pray for people. Sometimes people would ask me here, oh, can you pray for me? My daughter is doing this. And I pray. And I trust God. And I've seen miracles here. God has touched people. God has moved. But essentially, I started in November 1 of 2024. Yeah, so. All right, so Tommy, how was your day? How you doing? No, I'm not the truth. AH speaks the truth. AH attempts to speak the truth. Johnny Mara, AH. Hey, AH, Johnny Mara, please can you write a review about my course that you purchased? I want an honest review from you. Tell me what you feel about it. Write the review. There's the download link. You'll see the review there. Many people purchased it. They didn't write. I forgot to ask them for a review. So if you don't mind, please write a review. I want to know how you feel about it. But I'm telling you, what do I think will happen to prices if Genius Act passes the House? Prices will, the war, the attack on Iran, in my opinion, is a dampener. But I do not believe that it will stay for long. Remember the crisis when George Bush came in. Look at what happened. There was a dip, and then things took off. Okay? It's been great. Thank you so much. I had a long nap today, like a 2-hour nap. So I'm good for tonight. I'm going to read the Bible, pray, and prepare for tomorrow. I'm hoping that the Lord will help me deliver a very solid message to the people. Sally, were you able to download the other ones? Do you have an iPhone? I think you have an iPhone, Sally. So when you it shows that everything was accessed, because in the future I have other ebooks coming out. I also have the audio. By the way, if you bought my ebook in the last couple of months, I'm going to send the audio to you, but it will be for a small price if you are interested. It's a 50-minute read, and it's beautifully done. Oh, I love it. I'm just about to approve The guy who did it is out of the UK. You know, awesome dude. If you're ever writing a book and you want it read, I would recommend him. So I wanna like send it to the people who bought my book, but it's not cheap to do an audio book. You know what I mean? So it's a little more costly, and so I'll just give it for a small fee. Okay, I'm so glad you figured it out. So yeah, it's a good like I'm going to send the one. Oh, that's good, Johnny Mata. I'd love to meet you. Yeah. Hey, Joshua Keeble, how you doing, buddy? God bless you. Where are you out? Where are you from, Joshua? I know it's kind of late, but you know it's dark already here. Hey, thank you so much, Tommy, for your $5. Sunday coffee. Tommy has been Tommy's gonna get the award for the guy. Hey Tommy, I don't know if you're interested, but you've given me so much. I think I should send you and Daniel my book on prayer. Daniel, did you get my book on prayer? You guys have been so good to me. All right, super chats are welcome. I don't even remember super chats. So if you've been blessed by what I'm doing and you want to bless me, please go ahead and send me a super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tommy. Sunday coffee. But Tommy, it's $5. That should buy a coffee and a donut. Remember we were talking about this donut thing? I didn't have a donut all week, so I had one at the Vietnamese restaurant last week. They have like a donut shop. Excellent donuts. One day I'm gonna feature them. So if you ever come to Winnipeg on a trip, you should go there. But I don't. I live outside of Winnipeg, so anyway. Yeah. So Johnny Mata, you set it up. I'm glad that you figured it out, Sally. If you're interested, those of you who bought my book, I will send the audio. It's just going to be, I'll just do like a 7-day for everyone who bought my book. Grab it. If you don't get it within those days, then it's over. I will now add it to the package, and it will be going for a heftier price because I'm going to advertise it. Yeah. So, all right, Ohio. Oh no, I didn't switch the battery. I got a trickle charger. You know what that is? It's a Noco brand. You put it on the car. You put it on for 24 hours. So I'm hoping that will repair it. Because really, there's nothing wrong with the battery. What happened was that I had the 2007 Acuras. They have the blockchain. Hey Johnny Mata, thank you so much. Johnny Mata, $4.99. You couldn't even do $5. When Lambo, when Lambo. Sunday donut. Sunday donut is $5. What are you talking about? You're cheap, man. This guy gave me $4.99. Johnny Mata is my good friend. Daniel, do we rebuke him? Send him on a timeout? $4.99. All you needed to do was add 1 cent to make it. Johnny Mata. I woke up this morning and I thought, when Lambo. The book is a book about crypto, $18.99. It's in the description. If you're interested, you can pick it up. Yeah. Where are you, Osa? Are you in Nigeria, UK, US, Australia? Where are you? I know from your name you're a Nigerian, so. It's a book for people who are new to crypto. So if you are experienced in crypto, you don't need to download it. But it's for people who are just entering into crypto. What I did was the Lord told me there will be a gold rush. I don't know if you're a Christian or not. It doesn't matter. What I heard, I felt that there's going to be a gold rush. I believe that God put it on my heart. So yes, XRP is likely going to drop below $2. I expect it to. I was telling my wife today because my daughter is trying to buy. Can you guys see me? It's very dark right now. Can you see me? Just tell me because I'm black, so I don't know. You may not see me. So, but so Sally, a very good question. So my daughter is actually buying XRP tonight, but I told my wife to set a limit order for $1.60 and $1.90. So because of the attack on Iran, I expect the Bitcoin to drop maybe to sub 100,000, which will affect all of the other cryptos. Okay, so what I think you should do is set a limit order to purchase at $1.60 6. This is not financial advice. I don't know. I'm just telling you, right? And my wife is good at reading charts. I don't read charts. I just go by what I feel when I look at what's happening. So and then $1.90. Okay, but see, Sally, if you are new to this and it's don't worry about price dropping. You are not losing anything. If you don't sell, you have not made a loss. I have been holding crypto for years. It goes up and down. That is just the nature of crypto investment. All right. Osa, I don't know. Oh, sorry. Okay. Osa said something. Chicago. Hey, Osa. I've actually been to Chicago a couple of times. Eh? I like Chicago. Some parts, not all the parts. Okay, you see me, Milton B. Hey, Milton, how you doing? Good to see you. Judan me. Okay, good to see you. Acha Rich. $5 will be for coffee in London. Get out of London, man. Get out of London. We must reduce this yet a number of days, and don't worry, we can see you fine. Yeah, exactly. We just keep working, man. Every day, if you're a follower of Christ, you wake up in the morning, the devil tells you, oh, you don't have to do anything. The world is about to end. Man, that's the time you start to fire on and just do what you got to do. Go with your plan for the day, because the devil is always a liar anyway, right? Yes, we don't have regulations yet. They're going to try to shake us out. So, Sally, I don't know if that encourages you. If you had a little bit of money, buy some more. That's just my suggestion, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. That's what I would do. Scott, I do have a course, a $69.99 course. If you're interested, it's in the description. That tells you where XRP goes, okay? Johnny Mada just bought my course the day before yesterday, and he still sent me $5. Where's Johnny Mada? Did he run away because I said he didn't make it $5? I'm just kidding, Johnny. Come on. 1 cent shouldn't be a problem between us. Bought the dip yesterday. Trump may pump. Okay, what do you mean Trump may pump? You mean the Trump coin? I don't know. All right, so Sally, do you know how to set limit orders? What are you using? Are you using Uphold or what are you using? I thought I saw a coyote go by my house just now. Would they make a noise? They look like small dogs, small ugly dogs. When you're sitting outside at this time, I don't mind the deer, but it's the coyotes that I don't let my dog out at this time because he's a big dog though, so they usually don't. But they killed my neighbor's dog, the small dog. They lured the dog out and they just killed the poor thing. Melton Beck, how you doing? You want to buy the dip tonight? Okay, go ahead. Johnny's, but with XRP, guys, if you're buying, just buy. You're buying, just buy. You're buying, just buy. Don't worry about it. It's going to be good. Okay, yeah, Coinbase is okay. There's Uphold. Where are you in the US? But Uphold is all, I think, is all, there's Uphold. There's Kraken. There's Kraken. So, and then don't leave your stuff on the exchange. That's all I would say. Oh, really, Acharich? Okay, I didn't hear that. But I won't be surprised, right? So, who's buying Uphold? I think Uphold will make it through regulations. Many of the exchanges they're gonna be wiped out with regulation. They won't make it. Yes, I'm in Canada. Thank you so much. Yes, Sally will be good. Binance is good, but again, I'm not going to leave a lot of money on any exchange because we don't know the ones that will make it. Regulation is going to wipe a lot of them out. Look at the stable coins regulation. It includes that they are trying to attack DeFi with that, where they are not allowing stable coins to give to promise is it dividends for holding stable coins, giving you what they call that thing, like how it's like almost like staking your not the crypto itself but the stable coins. So I've not fully read it, but I'm seeing that could be a problem in the future. Coinbase is good, Sally. I use it. I buy and immediately transfer to my wallet. Excellent. Okay. Lifestyle is no, but hey, evening. What are you all doing up? I'm heading to bed. It's 11:30. I know. Go to bed, lady. I just came on today because of the Iran thing. I wanted to talk about it a little bit. I'm trying to get people to understand that there's a lot of deception now, in my opinion, and we should be prayerful and we should stick by the word of God. A lot of the media top hosts are saying that Israel is the biggest problem in the world, like the Jews are the biggest problem in the world, and the problem in the world is sin, not just one group of people. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way. The heart of man is desperately wicked. That's what the Bible says. No interest payments unstable. Exactly. Thank you, Daniel. I woke up from sleep and I saw it before I came down here. I was reviewing everything. So yeah, Daniel, you got a good handle on that. Johnny Mara, what's that? What does that emoji mean? Oh Lord, I don't know. I figure hope we'll see a $10 XRP by the time we get to 125 BTC. Yes. So listen, BTC is still pushing XRP Red Star, right? It's still running the show. But July 14th and November 25 are the two dates. You know those dates, right? Mark them in your calendar. Be prayerful. Let's see what happens. As of today, I went on the site of the Federal Reserve website and I saw that they are still holding on to the date. On June 14th, they said that July 14th is still their single day implementation. On that day, they are going to move from the old technology. Actually, remember, FedNow is separate from FedWire. FedWire and FedNow are adopting ISO 222. However, FedNow will be the one that will go fully implementational while FedWire will still be in the transition. That's what I believe. I could be wrong, okay? So we're going to see a pump that is not a Bitcoin pump. This is what I believe. Please pray about it. This is what I believe. I'm not prophesying. That is what I believe. Those two dates are going to affect the price of the ISO cryptos. And from that time, the ISO cryptos are going to separate from the Bitcoin cycle. And they will have their own price that is not necessarily affected by Bitcoin. Because what now affects their price is the flow of value across their distinct environments. Exactly. They can't compete with 4%, but they are going to have to go. Their time has come to an end. Remember, the Lord is the governor among the nations. So the governors of the central banks around the world, because look at it, you put a stupid amount of money in you put your amount of money in $100,000 in savings. I don't have that, but I'm saying there's people. How much are they going to give you for a whole year, and then they tax what they give you again? Like, it's crazy. But you see what they make on the other end. What kind of question is that? Where do I get cold wallet? Just go online and, there's, depending, where are you living? Brighty, where are you living? Where do you live? Where are you joining us from? I need to know. God bless you, Joe. Have a good night. It's a bull for Lambo. It doesn't look like a bull for Lambo. Man, when Lambo. Okay, so there's a link on my, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. There's a link on my just go to my description, Brighty, go to my description. There's a link for you to be able to buy a cold wallet from that link. There's EliPal. You can buy EliPal. You can buy Ledger, and you can buy the last one, Decent. They're all good. I like Decent. It's easy to use. I like Ledger. I have both. Then EliPal, you can also. So those links are there. All right. Brighty. Yes, Daniel. 1 cent. What's wrong with you guys tonight? Did you see the example that? Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna leave that. Johnny Mara, I apologize. Daniel he has paid for your sins. You're welcome, Brady. God bless. I wish you all the best. I heard somewhere that Ripple will become a bank as well. Is that true? Bank with no physical location. What is it about to change? I don't know, but I believe that it's going to be a global bank from the way things. Oh, some kind of a central global bank. That's just what I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just holding the token, hoping for the best. Red Star, what are you doing to Daniel? This, you guys are something else, man. Thank you for the super chat. This now, I'm not only going to have coffee tomorrow and donut after church. There might be coffee and donut in church, so I'll wait till Monday morning. I'm actually going to buy my coffee and a donut, and I'll do a live. Hey! Then I'm gonna have me a meal. Actually, I would take my wife out for a meal, but it's only $41. So what I'll do, I'll have to add some money on it. I think I have a gift card that still has some money on it. Rosie Rios, yes. What is she doing there? In fact, it's interesting. Yes, Ripple may be like the IMF. Um, I don't know if it would replace it. I just think that the kind of connect. See, so we're going to have a completely new structure, in my opinion, of what's going to happen, right? Because you have the BIS, you have that's the Bank of International Settlements, you have the IMF, you have all of these organizations that have to do with money. So, yeah, it's an integration that I see, and the power is in the hands of the primary integrator, which is Ripple, right? So, okay, I want to say thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I will be live again tomorrow. I'll have church if I have strength. By God's grace, I think He will give me strength and His preservation. I'll come on here, and yeah, if the connections are unbelievable. I have a video I want to put up. It's about XML. XML is the extensible extent and is the language, is the compute is the algorithmic language that Ripple uses, right? And that's what they use to write everything that. Now, Ripple did not develop this language. It was developed in 1996, but that's what they've used to create the ISO 222 messaging standard. It's XML. All right. X marks the spot. So when you understand that, you will see XML in the reserve, Federal Reserve. You see XML in Swift. It's the same language. So it's amazing. I've done some of the research and I have the documentation. I'm going to put a video together explaining that. Actually, maybe it will be my first Patreon video. Maybe. So somebody should suggest what I should charge for Patreon. Rich. Yes, MicroStrategy. Well, I hope that Bitcoin is yeah, it's not going anywhere, but I think there's going to be a problem with Bitcoin in the interim just because of Tether's refusal to be regulated under US laws. They're not transparent, Rich. That's Tether. So that's I don't know. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tonight. God bless you. If you would like to support what we do on this channel, go to buy me a coffee and do whatever God puts on your heart. I thank you all for everything. I wasn't expecting the super chats today, but now I can go buy me several coffees and donuts. Tommy, have a good night. Johnny Mata, you all, and 1 cent for Patreon. Get out of here. Oh God, Johnny, have a good weekend, guys. Bye for now.